Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Uzbek Unleashed campaign in Europa Universalis IV, the Cossacks. Oh, horde traditions, aggressive expansion impact, years of separatism down. I love hordes. They're so strong, and even more so now. They're a very strong set of ideas. And I believe, I haven't done the math or checked on it in a while, but I'm pretty sure that their units actually start with more pips than Western tech. So for a while they have an advantage there as well. We're just keeping our army spread out so they can all loot a little bit at a time. We will get the full loot bar when we raise everything. There are some provinces that only have 3 developments, so we won't be able to raise those. But most of them have 6. Those are the ones that we definitely want to take in the peace deal. And one thing I was thinking about is that it might make sense to just not take provinces if they don't have at least 6 development. You know, just ignore every province that has less than 6. Because if it only has like 4, then whichever one is more than 1 development, like say it's a 1-2-1, then we will only get monarch points for that one, for the, for production in this case. Diplomacy points. On the other hand, the border goal would be insane if we didn't do it the normal way. Alright, so we're going to want to take basically everything that says overextension 6% for sure. Let's see how much land we can actually take from them. We're going to go all the way up to 100% war score, that's for sure. That's 115 war score. Alright, let's have everything selected. And then we'll go back through and we will find the ones that are 3%, see if we can turn those off. Huh. Why is that, like, symbol there? I don't know why. So that's exactly 100. It looks horrendous this way, but every single province except for one is going to be raisable, which is important, I think. Although, I think one of these provinces was actually sieged down by the other guy, yeah. Yake. So let's not do that one. Let's say, no, let's say we want to take all this. And we'll leave the 3 development ones. And my idea here is that maybe, if he's got nothing to spend his points on, and he's just like this weak little fragmented country, maybe he'll develop a little bit and bring them up to 6 development where we want them. But 6 is truly the magic number. That's what we want to see. This will obviously ruin our alliance with the Golden Horde. And I don't care. Because we're going to find somebody else to be friends with. Like, say, Crimea. If we weren't in the offensive war, distant borders, neutral attitude, Muscovy could potentially be a friend. Chagatai declared war on Yarkand. Interesting. Hopefully we can step in and kill them too. We do have quite a bit of provincial unrest. We're going to have some rebels at some point. We're also going to have to raise autonomy until we can actually get an idea group unlocked. And that's going to be fine. I wouldn't worry about it too much. So long as we take land that has enough development that when we raise it, it'll give us monarch points, we can essentially expand nearly endlessly. We just have to make sure that we're taking 6 development plus provinces. It's actually worse if it's like 7, 8, 9, 10 development because you don't actually get any more monarch points when you raise it. 6 is the sweet spot. Fortunately for us, most of the provinces in this area start with like exactly a multiple of 3. So we've got like 6 development, 9 development, 3 development, 9 development. Like, it kind of works out for us in that way. So, okay. Because we have done 25% of the participation and they've done 74%, they kind of feel like they should get 74% of the peace deal. That's unfortunate for them because that's not what's going to happen. We're instead going to take 100% of it and they can just go and cry in a corner. This is the normal thing that I do to the AI. There's no reason to not do it to the AI. And there we go. We have sieged down the capital of Nogai. And yeah, we'll go for the peace deal. It's only 98 peace offer value. Their people expect them to accept this deal, and it will, if they refuse, it will cause great turmoil in their country. Uzbek is going to be a little, Golden Horde is going to be a little bit upset, given less territory than they expect from their 74% war contribution. Oops. We can take a little bit of money, and this is new in the patch. Some of the money will not go to us. Nogai will pay 14 ducats to Uzbek and its allies. Uzbek will get 4. So because I only did like 25% of the thing, I actually only get 25% of the money, so maybe we won't do that. Still, some money's better than no money, I guess. But that increases our truce. And we'll just do this. Okay, alright, moving on. So our borders are a little bit horrendous. That's fine. And now we get to do the fun part, which is raising. So we're going to go through, we'll use the revolt risk map mode to help us indicate which ones we can raise. And we can see here, now we can raise province. Chelyaba will be razed to the ground, lowering its development by 3. We will gain 9 horde unity. A bit overkill, considering that we're already at 99 horde unity. And we get 8 ducats worth of loot. It is going to destroy the loot bar, so for the next year or two we won't make much money here, but we don't care about that. We care about free monarch points. So right now it would cost 82 monarch points to actually do it, but after we raise the province, it's now going to cost 54. So we'll raise everything before we actually go to core. So raise... Watch these monarch points just go through the roof. And this was one of the only ones we took that was not 6 development or more. We took 2 province, maybe 3 that were that big. Okay, one last once over, just to make sure I didn't miss any. Okay. And yeah, we'll start core on this stuff. So the other thing that's nice is that you can actually take over 100% overextension. If you do the math on it ahead of time, you can calculate out what the actual overextension will be after having raised it all down. And you'll notice that even though we started the war off without like anything in the bank, we still had enough to core everything. Now naturally, of course, we can't not afford to keep this land just, you know, at the autonomy that it's at. We're going to have to raise autonomy for stability. We're just not going to be able to do otherwise at this point. And also, we're going to have issues now with our... possibly. They control 42% of non-overseas development, so they expect to control 33%. Okay, so for now they're actually still okay. Alright, we just got an achievement. Victorious. That is mine. That is mine. Conquer a province. Yes! I succeeded! And we have an heir. This is new as well. You have the ability to name your characters, which is fantastic. Clearly, our first character's name will be Arumba. And he's a 663, which is pretty freaking awesome, I must say. We'll kind of park our armies together. Again, notice that the loot bar is just wrecked in all these provinces, but we gained a fair bit of money from that as well. We have positive income with no maintenance. So we'll need to keep that money in reserve so that when we go to war, we can raise maintenance and, you know, kind of keep things going. Something else that's new that I haven't really talked about at all is the fact that we have 10 keybinds now for map modes. Also, there's this fancy thing here where it kind of categorizes them instead of just having a big grid. So you've got like diplomatic map modes, political map modes, economic map modes, and geographical map modes. A couple of them you have a scroll box on. Like this one though, there's just these ones to choose from, so there's no scroll bar. But it's quite nice. I'm getting used to having, it goes, you know, QWERTY all the way over to P now. QWERTY EUIV. I don't think we want to try doing any conversion right now. Fortunately, our rebellions are at 10. Golden Horde is still fairly happy with us, all things considered, but our trust has gone down from 50 to 30. And yet we still earned favors because we've been allied for 2 years. So that's cool. I'm going to not join your offensive wars. Doing so will also prevent the accumulation of any favors and might end the alliance if they think they can manage without you. Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to get involved in your wars. I just want to, you know, milk you for everything that you're worth. So, can we attack Kazan? They're allied to the Timurids. That would be a bad idea. Alright, who else could we potentially attack? We had a mission for prestige. We did not gain very much prestige. We did gain quite a bit of power projection for taking that land from Nogai. I'm honestly kind of surprised that they are not, no longer, that they're still a valid rival. Okay, Chagatai is in their offensive war against Yarkand. They are probably quite weak at this point. Chagatai has 8k troops. I'd say we could probably win that war on our own. Hey, new music. The music is awesome in this expansion. I don't know if it's, it might just be another Guns, Drums, and Steel thing, but there's some really kick-ass music now. Not that there wasn't in the past, I mean. The Golden Horde has just declared war on Razing. Alright. Gonna sneak them out from underneath Muscovy, I guess. For now, we're still allies, so that's nice. We will try to improve relations with them briefly. Hey, Crimea, I see you're getting wrecked. Just wrecked by Theodoro. How is that possible? What did you do? How are you losing to to Theodoro? Okay, all right. So they've occupied each other. It looks like there's no fort, and so he's just got like a one stack that moved around. But the majority of the Crimean army has taken the capital of Theodoro. So Theodoro should still lose. He's actually got 66 war score despite all of this. It just looks funny to me. Right. So, I mean, we don't want Crimea to lose. Alright, should we try to go back to improving relations with the Timurids? I think yeah. I think that's actually more important than improving with the Golden Horde. Alright, only 47% overextension. Dominance of the tribes. Tribes' influence is not greater than 80. So this is where if we allow the tribes to get up to... Oh, actually we do. They're at 81% right now. Oops. Number of cities, controlled provinces, base 10%. So we actually are on our way towards a potential disaster. So that's really bad. What we could do is we could piss them off. We could revoke one of their holdings, take it from them. If we were to do this, this will decrease their loyalty by 3.9, but it will also lower the amount of overall land that they have, which should reduce the amount of influence that they have. Right now they have a bonus from number of cities, so I think we'll wait and see. Like if it gets like 90% or so on that rebellion, then I'll do some drastic action, but you know, I'd prefer to not do that. Alright, I love this 6 development stuff that you've got going on here, buddy. 6, 6, 9, 7, yeah. All of your land. 4, most of it looks pretty good. Yarkand, no allies as well. Who's winning the war, by the way? So Yarkand is winning. Let's see how strong they are. Yarkand has 12k troops. Yeah, I think we want to attack Chagatai. Possibly. The problem is that the occupations are going to be probably already established, and I might have to, I don't know, find a way to sneak an occupation or two. Maybe we just piggyback the war, and, you know, we hope that Yarkand destroys the entire army. For now, at least, there's absolutely no risk. We have, you know, no maintenance active right now. Rebellion chance is actually really low. We do need to reinforce 2,400 men, so a little bit of maintenance might be nice. And I was saying I was going to improve relations with the Timurids so that we can hopefully become friends, or at least dissuade them from, you know, focusing solely on us. Alright, well, we got about 90 months until that thing potentially becomes a problem. And Chagatai is losing quite highly. 0 battles so far. How is it possible? So Chagatai's troops are hanging out over in the Yarkand capital. 21% chance of taking it. And these guys have a 7% chance of taking it. So they're just ignoring each other's armies. %, 35%. And they're one of them's probably going to lose all of their enthusiasm the second that happens. Let's see. You are Sunni, so either way, if we attack, we can lose some piety, which is fine. We just want to go to one extreme or the other. Either have no piety or have tons of piety. Sorry, negative piety or no piety. Tons of piety. Words. Well, we're almost to the point where we need to attack somebody. I mean, it's totally fine to be at war while we have overextension. Yeah, full occupation of this guy. So, unfortunately though, his army is still going to be there, which means that I will likely have to fight it. Let's see what Yarkand does. They did cite a conquest war. Chagatai will cede Almaty, Bekbalik. That one and that one. Alright. I wonder if the AI is going to raise. I guess we'll see here. Under what circumstances the AI will do that? Oirat has declared war upon Chagatai. Yeah, I can see why you would do that. Well, I'm fairly certain I could beat Yarkand. They have no allies. 30k troops. Our leader is garbage, but we could hire another. I'd say it's probably worthwhile. Can't be really any worse than what we have. A 222, much, much better. Not exactly good, but better. We're getting an alliance offer from Chagatai. No. Are you kidding? There's no way. The answer is, it does not look like they have done any razing. So, shall we just plan on going to war here soon? I mean, if we attack and the Timurids have land that they expect, yeah, they want everything that we own, so clearly we can't be friends, but they are already defending in the Muscovite conquest of Perm, and defending against the Oirat and the Oirat conquest of Chagatai. So, Oirat is fighting them. Interesting that Chagatai was able to secure that alliance in between losing their land and doing that. I guess the Timurids took pity on them or something. So what if we just declared war on Yarkand and just go straight up kick their butt? I think it might be nice to wait until our cores are done. The Tingri Zealots. So we have some provinces that still have positive unrest. Some of them just start with base unrest of like 11 plus. That does tick down every single month, but it's going to take time for these to get down to 0. Sitting at peace for a while would not be a horrible idea. We are sitting at max manpower as well, and we do have some money, so I'm going to go ahead and train some more cav. That's not much money to keep in the bank, but it's alright. I'd rather have our manpower maxed out. I'd also like to convert this province, but 45 months... we'll take the admin, as per always. I think I'd like to wait for this one to get down to 0. We let the overextension finish. We let the base come down a bit. Once it gets down to 0 and it just, drops back down to 0, then we can declare our second war. Okay, we are at -3 reasons for an alliance with Muscovy. I can change and set my attitude toward them. I can do a manage attitude. Right now I'm neutral, but I can say, hey, I'm friendly to you, which should hopefully cause them to be a little bit more interested in becoming friendly toward us. Oh, they have no knowledge of me. How is that possible? How can I send in a diplomat? How can you... I've improved my relations with you by 100 and you'd have no knowledge of me. Who's this guy that keeps talking good things up about himself? Like, that's quite funny. No guy, Oirat, Yarkand. Yeah, we need to attack Yarkand, I think. Like, ASAP. 13k troops. We could totally take that. Massive Kazani Tribes Rebellion. It's a pretty sizable army right there. 33.1k. Well, shall we get started on the convert? No, no. Ming has now declared war on the Oirat. Oh man, Oirat's gonna get just turned around on here. Alright. Not suffering any attrition so long as we are merged and the guy can do his job. Looks like he shattered away to the Timurids. Now he's on his way back. Yep, Yarkand's gonna be the way to go. We've got our cores done very, very soon. Peace was rejected. Muscovy rejected peace with their former enemies. Very well. Kazan will cede Kazan, Udmurtia, and something else to Muscovy. Okay. So Kazan, allied to the Timurids. Timurids would still protect them, so we don't want to attack them. And one core is now complete. That was the one that we had the claim on. Okay, well, I'm going to take a break here. I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you soon.